Yesterday, news broke that Blade has finally found its writer. Stacey Usei Kufor, the writer of the recent Watchmen series on HBO. All we're gonna really talk about is what does that mean for the potential release of Blade. Now, to talk about all of this, we really gotta go back a little bit. Not too long, just a little bit. We gotta go back to the December 10th of the Disney Plus Investors Day. At the Investors Day, they did reveal that Blade was going to be coming out soon, but they didn't really specify when, which led to people eventually showing the release sheet, which was in chronological order, showing that Blade was listed as to be announced, but because it was in chronological order and before Captain Marvel, which has a November release date of 2022, and there's still a reserved October 7th date for 2022. People are speculating and theorizing that Blade is going to be released on, October 7th, 2022. Can't get more complicated than that. Concerns are that the Marvel / Disney is not going to want to have stacked content like that. That's already not going to be an issue they're going to have to worry about by the end of this year. Now, let me explain. The release of the Eternals movie and Spider-Man 3 are about a month apart from each other. Also, the Hawkeye series will more than likely have episodes being released in that time frame as well. Not to mention, the Book of Boba Fett is also coming out in December of 2021. So, Marvel doesn't really care. Marvel or Disney in this scenario doesn't really care about overlapping content, even when you account for the fact that Disney doesn't really have a say in when Sony movie releases happen. Even now in early 2021, Bad Batch was originally listed for spring, but it could come out later. And even if it doesn't come out in the first half of 2021 and it comes out in that second half, that's still even more stuff that, again, Disney won't really care too much if they have overlapping content. It's just going to be more stuff for people to stay on their service. This movie is also rumored to be R-rated. It's like Deadpool 3, which usually indicates that it will have a smaller budget, which can cut down the shooting time. Now, here's the downside. Usually when Marvel starts getting the scripts together, a movie is 2 to 3 years out from the release date. However, we're starting to see that they are starting to cut down the shooting time as far as months go. Like, I believe Black Widow was the shortest one for turnaround time from being ready since post-production to being ready for its initial release date, which was 11 months. So what does this all mean? And by the way, the WandaVision writer also wrote that, so put some respect on Black Widow's name, all right? Having that 2 to 3 years thing isn't the greatest thing, even though they are starting to cut that down a little bit. Luckily for the fans, how The Mandalorian was filmed is now going to be playing a bigger role in Disney in general. The way Mandalorian was filmed also cuts down shoot time and visual effects time. Disney has been investing in another Lightcraft / ILM Unreal Engine type of deal thing to be built in Atlanta. I believe one was being built in Australia as well. And having more of those can get Marvel projects moving faster. And the way those things work is it's almost like filming a movie in a VR room. So what they do is they take photos of the actual location they want to film on in the real time with the real lighting, and they throw that into like what is essentially an Unreal game engine, the Unreal Engine for gaming and stuff. And they display that on an LED screen so the actors have something to interact with, and also when they're filming it, you get to actually see the background stuff of what's being filmed. And again, this helps cut down the visual effects time, especially with green screen and green screen spillage. They get to cut that out. I guess now you want me to answer the question of what does this really mean for the Blade movie? I want to say yes, especially since they have Mahershala Ali already cast, but I still think it's too soon. And also, we don't know what they want to do for the script yet, and whether or not it's one of those situations where they very clearly know what they want to do with the script going forward, and they just need to make a few adjustments to it to fit everything and then go forward. So I'm going to go ahead and say it's still a little too early, But before the end of 2021, we'll know if this movie will make that October release date. Maybe Feige and company take the script that Stacy had submitted to get chosen, and they just make a few adjustments to fit the wider range of the MCU, and that's good. And they start filming in like the next few months. I don't know. It's still too early for me to say. Even though I really want to tell you guys yes, it's still too early. So I feel like within the next 6 to 8 months, we'll know for sure. But if it does make that October 7 release date, they have, I just forgot the number. They have about 21 months to do it. Before I go, quick announcement. I am going to start changing stuff around here. So if you notice changes in production and like audio and lighting and stuff like that, that's just because I'm switching things around and things are being changed. Also, another side note, there is a guy who really helped me get started in Star Wars in just covering stuff, and there are Star Wars videos coming, don't worry. Also, there are going to be anime videos coming. His name is ABJ, otherwise known as a Black Jedi, and he does want to do giveaway stuff. In particular, he wants to be doing money giveaways to fans. So I will be leaving that in the description. If you want to donate to that, because it is crowdfunded, go ahead. If not, don't worry about it. It's all good. Anyways, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And remember,
may the Force be with you.
I love you 3000.